All right. So, in my process to try and be the best guitar player that I can, I've switched up my technique. So what I'm doing now is I used to play pick and I used to play on a typical maybe jazz box or whatnot, L5, whatever jazz box. But now I went switched from that and then started playing a nylon string. So now I play this because also I like the sound of it. I like the feel of it. Then I switched. I didn't play that with pick, and then I went and started playing with thumb. So well, actually, West Montgomery style, and that felt comfortable. That felt comfortable. But then, as my musical taste started to change, I couldn't. There were some passages I never really was good with the upstroke, and I wanted to do seem like something more. Then I heard some John Schofield, well, a guy Richie Zellin, and I saw him playing, in a John Schofield style, and he was saying that doing playing intervallically, and then I was like, you know what, I think I like that. I want to try to put that in my plan, but I kind of didn't know how, and then I was messing around with these spread triads, and I like the sound of that. And then I was like, but it was kind of hard to play at the speed I wanted to play it and have it nice and smooth with with the thumb. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and switch and I'm gonna try and do this classical style. So then I was getting kind of a this maybe a hybrid style. So I was using thumb, well, and then using fingers for I assigned a finger to the top string. So this one was for the E string, this one was for B string, and this one was for the G string. And that was working. So then the groove would go, and then I could kind of go. And that was working out. And then I saw, I went down the YouTube rabbit hole. And somehow Julian Lage and the guy Lucas Brar, Brar, came on, and I was seeing him playing jazz, and also I went down the Barry Harris rabbit hole as well, and looking at the Labyrinth of Limitations, and just seeing how he was playing with that classical style, and it had all kinds of um, movement, as I call it now, because I mean I was playing and it was block chords and whatnot. So I knew to drop twos, and I would do that, and that was working out, and that was fine. But then hearing them play, and just hearing how they like broke it up into each one was an individual line, and was talking about movement of them, and I was kind of locked into here. But then he was like doing it like. So maybe oh. And then he was talking about these chords, and like how made a chord scale to where it was alternating like minor six and diminished chords. So for like the C, it was like, and then I saw how each one of them, but then that kind of took me out of these block chords that I was using. But then I saw where they were coming from because he said, well, it's just these notes. If you're on an on chord, like this one here, which is based off of as an A major 7, well, I'm sorry, A minor 7, with a third on top to create a C6 sound. He's like, yeah, but you can use this and then you can move the notes around in it and borrow from the diminished chord there and a diminished chord here. So I was like, okay. Normally on that chord I play this, and I found that was like a 6/9, so it's like 6, 9, 5, and 1. So I was kind of afraid to kind of go down that because I didn't want to play these. Because it was sounding kind of, old and whatnot. And I liked the richness of the chords I was using, but I saw how I was being stuck. But, so like he was saying, like, like you can use this and and like a sound like that, I never would have stumbled upon in the style that I was playing, in the way that I was playing. So I wanted to explore it, but I guess I was trying to reconcile it to the old way that I was thinking, just to make sure I wasn't losing anything. But then I found this chord. I found it because you can borrow. So if I start here, only thing I needed to do was you take this down to, he was saying like the next available note. So that's the 3rd. So that'd be the 9th. So then it was there. So instead of I can do that. I can do that, and that made me happy. Same thing with this chord here, the major 7, because I really like that sound, but I didn't want to play it, switch it out for. So then I found from there, you just borrowing that B there. So then I went through and I found all the chords that I was using, and I could still use it there, but I guess just think of it more so with some movement and how each note is like a soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and you can move them around. And oblique, parallel, which I was doing a lot of, which is you take the same shape and just move it up and down the neck. But I wasn't using contrary motion or oblique motion, which was cool. It was really cool to see. So that's where I am with as far as my comping is concerned. I'm trying to work that up, and then with the right hand now, I am with the full classical now, so or a hybrid style. So I am doing the 2-finger, and instead of using the 3-finger, I've gone back to 4, and now. So, with that one, I was using that Barry Harris, but just using a melody note on top to move through those chords to create some new sounds, because I'm trying to open up more. I always like hearing classical guitar and how they had all the different movements and arpeggiation and breaking up the chords instead of just. Because if you went to Instagram, you'd see, I put up some things with me playing. I like that. And I wanted more of that in my playing and this movement and moving through these chords. So that's what I'm working on, as well as this left hand technique. because of course, I was scared that it wasn't going to swing, and then you always have to swing. So, but then I also was finding like some nice little licks that that now I have to have like a combination of the two in order to play it. So, because I like that sound, and that's what I was exploring when I was using just this, bringing the thumb to the bass strings and assigning a finger per, um, for the top strings. But where I was getting stuck was I had to keep playing the same finger if I needed to do multiple notes on the same string, and then that was slowing me up and blocking me. So then I had to use the two finger, and it still swings and sounds good. So I like that, and it feels good. So it's working. So this is what I'm working on and fiddling with as I try to unlock my sound, and I do like it this playing more intervallically, and I want to do that. So more so that instead of, which is fine and it has its place, but I want to use that, but I want to use these spreads and intervals. And I want to do things like that. So stuff like that. So I need to work on my technique, because that's what's holding me back right now is the hands aren't synchronized. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working on in the next one, and just document and showing my work, how I'm progressing, so I can unlock my full potential on the guitar. So thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I'll also impart knowledge on you from what I've learned. So yeah, so we can all grow and learn together. Have a great day.